I know I asked about this on the Facebook forum, but I was wondering if you could just speak to it a little more about like when one side is tighter than the other, and like how do you do more or whatever to.
That's a good question. So Robin posted a question just basically asking people what they typically do if one side is tighter than the other. And I think she actually just said, like, do you hold it longer or do you do the same pose twice? Again, my kind of generic responses, do them both the same amount of time, which is really kind of counterintuitive, right? Like typically we think like, oh, okay, it's my weaker side. Let me try to hold it longer to get them more even, or let me try to, do it twice to build more strength, get it more even. And I actually will encourage you to try to keep both sides the same length. So if you're on your tighter side, so maybe that does mean, Robin, maybe it means you're doing both sides for 10 breaths if you want to approach it that way. But my suggestion wouldn't be to do one side for 5 breaths and one side for 10 breaths, or one side once and the other side twice. I would just keep it even. So it could be 10 and 10, or if you're too tight to do the tight side for 10 breaths, just make it 5 and 5 or 3 and 3 or whatever it has to be. But my suggestion is to keep them even, because the idea is that it does all start to even out over time. Now that time is like, who knows how long that's going to be. And for sure, it's going to change again at some point. Like you're like all of a sudden, I mean, how many times, a lot of you have probably already experienced this, and it's like, well, this used to be my good side. So it just keeps shifting. So I would try to keep it even for now.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Thank you. It goes exactly against what I was doing. So
I know it's pretty counterintuitive, but
no, it's good. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions?